Well, you've played on many teams here. How do you like this team at this point?
I like it a lot. I think that we kind of keep pushing the bar every time, so I think that's like a good thing that we do. And yeah, I think we just keep continuing to grow. Like no matter where we're placed at in the rankings, like we're still finding ways to grow every weekend.
It feels like you're doing it differently too. Like different people are stepping up at different times. I know we talked about that a little bit, probably 3 weeks ago now. But just the challenges of like being able to keep that kind of thing going. Typically, it gets to a point of a season where somebody's going to rely on somebody or a team kind of settles into a groove. Do you see this team kind of constantly evolving?
I do, and I think Bryce holds us to like a really high standard, and I think that's what's making us all keep evolving. So it's like you're never settling, so it's always like pushing forward, and like the extra hitting, like that's an hour that everyone's doing, like, and we probably wouldn't, we didn't do that last year. So it's just like everyone is still evolving throughout the year. So
we're going to talk to Jalia in a little bit. Just what have you seen in her game? Obviously, it's been pretty hot here recently.
Yeah, I think like she's getting more confidence. Like at the beginning of the season, she was kind of like in her shell, kind of. But the deeper we're getting into season, like she's starting to like let everyone see who she truly is, like the competitor inside of her. So I think that like keep going into season is going to come out more and more, and then her leadership piece is going to come too. The more and more comfortable she gets.
What did you think about that bunt she laid down?
Oh, that was amazing. I was like, this is going to be it, because the pitcher also had just threw like a ball before that, so I was like, this is perfect timing. So.
Are you seeing the game like that a little bit? Like you kind of like the Matrix, you can kind of see it coming. You know what's happening.
Yes, and Coach had like made a cool point. I like went over there, gave Coach a fist bump. Coach was like, nobody's not about to stand behind the bag on us. Like we're too fast, and that was like a cool point. Like usually we just hit the ball and you like keep it going. Coach was like, y'all are super fast, so like why not use what you have instead of just trying to hit the ball to the fence every time.
But you can do that too, right? I mean,
yeah.
How about Tori? Just the continuing, like doesn't seem like it's taking a break.
Yeah, I ain't never seen nobody like Tori before. I'm not gonna lie, that ball, I was like this. Wow, like that ball was crazy.
Did it clear the fence? Like, I mean, I know it obviously cleared the trees, right? But like, did it get all the way out?
I don't know, but I know clearing over them 3 pieces, I ain't never seen no one do that before. So that was the first for me in my 5 years.
What do you see in her game? I guess that I mean, that's different, right? I mean, obviously she had a little time to watch the game and she's taking advantage of that and playing it. But like, was there something different to her game, or is it just finding her swing and getting down and getting it?
I think Bryce plays a big part in this. I think like he gives us like an option to like, everyone watches film, but like deep dive into yourself and like what you see the pitcher doing and like hitting your strength and what you're gonna do to the pitcher. So I think like she's been really doing a good job deep diving and figuring out what pitches she wants to swing at and being like very honed in on that pitch and going when she's supposed to go. And I think that's why you're seeing those results, because she's so honed in onto like one thing, and when she gets it, she's ready to go and not being passive.
You've been teammates with Macy, right, for 3 years?
Yes, 3 years.
So I bumped into her mom and asked her what's the difference this year, and well, it's something about becoming a junior, maybe a little bit older, and the hitting coach. Maybe it's a combination of things. What are you seeing that's made this big difference in her this year?
I think also, I really think a lot of it has to do with Bryce and like hunting pitches that are best for you. Like everything, like personally, I would say I'm better at hitting inside, and somebody else is better hitting it outside. So if a pitcher is throwing both pitches, a person can get to choose which pitch they want to hit, and it's not like everyone has to hit outside or everyone has to hit inside. Like you're doing what's best for you, but you are swinging for the team, but you are doing what's best for you in your swing. So I think that piece has allowed people to like open up and like be truly who they are and swing however they want to swing. So.
Are we sure Bryce isn't paying you on the side to do his PR? I mean, like you are.
No. I think if Bryce watches, he'll be pretty surprised about me talking about him.
Face to face, you're a little.
Yeah, I don't
not
talk.
as nice.
No, I just don't talk as much.
Heavener. I mean, a talented young player, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna have ups and downs, and y'all kind of helping her grind through those tough spots that she goes through.
Yes, and I wouldn't necessarily call them tough either. I just think that like it's the game and everyone's gonna like fluctuate. And so I think, like, to me personally, I don't think she's really had a tough spot. Like, yeah, we lost the game, but, like, and a few things could have been different, and a few things could have been different on the hitting side also. But I also just think, like, it comes with the game. So I think, like, not taking it as, like, you just messed up. Like, it's just a learning moment, keep pushing. So I think that's like the big reminder. Like it's not necessarily a loss; it's just a learning moment, and just keep it pushing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily get better if you're just winning every game without any challenges.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
I mean, is that kind of the approach that you want to have?
Yes, but we do want to win every game, so I would not say that either. But it is. But like you learn from every batter too. Like you can mess up one time, accidentally throw a pitch down the middle, and you learn still. So I just think everything is a learning piece, and just not try to take it to heart. Just take it for learning, and just keep it pushing.
You're 8-4. Is it greedy to want some sweeps or think about, hey, what do we need to do to win all 3 in a weekend?
No, I don't think that's greedy at all. I think that should be normal because we need to sweep every weekend, in my opinion. But it comes with it. Like it's softball, and it's 3 games, and you're playing the same team, and every team is evolving each game. So the goal is always to sweep. It is never a weekend you do not want to sweep because you keep sweeping. It's going to be a great time out here.
How much better is softball, in your opinion? Kind of with the addition of Oklahoma in the league. Are you seeing the game? I mean, not to say you're old, but somebody's turning 23. You've seen enough of the game. Like, is it markedly better from when you were a freshman?
I definitely think so. Like looking at people's numbers, like you're not necessarily supposed to look at people's numbers, but looking at people's numbers and the hitting side of it, I think softball is definitely evolving. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, a 360, 400 is a new normal, and it used to just being 300. It was like an All-American, and now it's like you have to at least be 360, 400 and above to be even considered to be that. So I think the game is definitely evolving, and like how hitters are swinging and maturing, and I think it is evolving a lot.
We were just talking about you and just obviously the heater that you're on right now. What do you think is working well for you right now, and what are you happy with? Kind of, and don't want to mess up, right?
I think really just trusting my process. I get in there every week and, prep for the stuff, prepping for the pitchers, what we may see that week, and just trusting my preparation throughout the week. And when I step on that field, it's just time to compete because I put all the work in I did for that week.
Heard a little bit of that Atwell right there.
Yeah.
Preparation. Just what is I guess, like as far as playing the game and being in college, like what are you seeing? Like is it everything you thought it would be? Is it even more exciting, like a little bit more challenging? What are your thoughts?
It's definitely more challenging. I feel like softball is steadily growing every second, but I would say it's definitely more challenging. Players are so good, and the technology we have now and just everything, I feel like there's hardly like any secrets out there now just because everything you can find out about a player. So it's definitely more challenging, and how hard you have to prep and just practice to prepare for those games.
Can you take me through that bunt you laid down the other day?
Yes, Coach, when she gave me the sign, it was just put it down. I knew my teammate was coming, and I just had to do my job and put it down. So definitely did that.
Looked perfect, huh?
It was. We couldn't have played it any better. It was perfect. So.
Yeah.
Just how about the team right now? It seems like everybody's kind of contributing, right? It's not just one person every game. It's like a different person every game. That's probably what you want, right? The pressure isn't on any one person to perform.
Yes, I think everybody's finding their role and really leaning into their role, and know it takes all 26 of us to get where we want to, and that's to win the SEC and to get to the World Series and win that. So I think everybody's finally, figuring out their role, getting settled in, and know what they have to do, to help this team get where we want to get.
Are you more comfortable now than you were, say, 3 months ago, or?
Yes, sir. I think everybody around me has definitely helped that, and just getting comfortable with the girls, the coaches, and just, practicing with them. I'll definitely say I'm more comfortable.
How about going to school here?
It's fun. I love it. It's very different, and just the community and just learning what LSU is about has been amazing.
What's it like for an Alabama girl to come to LSU? Was that a little different?
It was. It definitely was. Louisiana people are crazy, but I love it at the same time. I'm only like 3.5 hours from here, so I still got a little bit of that Louisiana, being right here close to it. But I was saying being in Louisiana has been amazing, and it's fun.
What do you like outside of softball?
I really love me time. I love taking care of my body, taking care of myself, and softball, it comes draining on your body, just how many games and how many hours we put in. So I love me time and just taking care of myself, doing stuff that helps me outside of softball.
Is that like mani-pedis, or is that like sleeping on the couch? What is that like?
Definitely a little bit of both. Mani-pedis, sleep. I I love to sew, so that's a new hobby that I'm trying to pick up slowly but surely. So that's one thing I love to do too.
What have you made?
I have made some jackets. I only made one jacket. Right now, softball takes up my time, but that's one thing that I have made was a jacket.
That's something you can do on bus trips, right? Like, I mean,
It's actually a whole sewing machine. Yeah, I do it with a machine. I'm not, with a needle and thread. I don't know if I trust myself, but I do have a sewing machine.
Those games you played against LSU, does that feel like a lifetime ago, or?
It does, but it was literally 2 years ago, and time goes by so fast. But now being on this side, it's so much better, to finally be an LSU Tiger.
All your teammates have joked, we're glad she's on our side now, right? 'Cause you had a pretty big series or two.
I know. It felt like every time I played LSU, it was like one of my best games. So I really took that as a sign when I was going on my visits, and I finally came here and got on this side.
it's the park.